Karen Cornell, your Creative Memories advisor, and it's time for another project recipe this week. We are just doing so great. I mean, we are at the end of April, and we've been doing it every week, and pat on your back, pat on my back for keeping it going, and I'm really loving this whole series. I'm getting so much done. I'm almost done with an album. I'm towards the end of the album, so I'm really hoping to get that done before my kids get out of school, fingers crossed, so that I can start a new project this summer, because I've got some retreats and stuff planned, so I'm hoping I can get it done then. But we'll see. Here's hoping, right? But anyway, we are going to be doing another project recipe, number 6 today. And if you like doing these project recipes with me weekly, please subscribe to my page. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I never in a million years would have thought that would have happened, but I'm so close. So please, please, please share with your friends and your scrapping friends, and help me get that last 125 people to subscribe. So anyway, let's switch my camera view. And we are going to do project recipe number 6. And in this, you need 2 cardstock as your base paper. You can also use designer paper if you choose, but you need 2 identical for your papers for your base. Then you'll need 3 designer papers. I am mixing it up a little bit today because I am using the Carving Memories. I think it was Carving Memories. Yeah, Carving Memories theme pack from a couple years ago. And I have just a little bit left, and I'm trying to preserve, hoard certain papers. So I've kind of changed it up a little bit, but I will tell you what I'm doing. So I am using the goldenrod, which is no longer available, which I'm rationing. So I had to really think if this layout was really worthy of it, and it is. So that is my base cardstock. So I have that out. Then I need 3 pieces of cards or designer paper. So my first one is going to be this paper, which I absolutely love. And the back is this, which I don't love. So I actually have 2 pieces of this, and I was going to use this for my 3rd piece, but I decided that I love this side so much, so I'm going to hoard it and save it and put it in my stash, because I have 3 pieces of paper left to do another layout with that same collection. So that collection will be done. So this will be my first designer paper. This is going to be my number 2, but I'm going rogue a little bit today, y'all. I am not going to be using a border punch or a border maker cartridge for my border. This collection actually came with laser borders, and so I am going to be using these spider laser borders for 2 reasons. Yes, I could make my own with the spiderwebs punch, or I could use pumpkins or anything like that to go with this. But I have these. It came with the collection. I need to use what's in my stash and stop hoarding it. So I am going to be using these, so I will not need the border punch in there. And so this will be my number 2. And then this is going to be, I'm going to use cardstock as my designer paper number 3, just because I want some other color in here. Because this is going to be my little strip that's going to go here, and then the back side is going to get that teal in there, that aqua color. So that's going to be matte. And so then I was like, you know what? I got enough going on the page. I can just use black cardstock as for the other 4 mattes. So that's what I decided, and also tie in with the black here. So that is the plan. So let's get started. Now, if you do not have this book, do not stress, because I walk you through every cut and I will help you through every step. So don't fret. The first cut you're going to make is designer paper, your designer paper 1, and it's just right down the middle at 6 inches. This does show 5 photos up in the right-hand corner, but you could easily fit more on here because you have room for 8 technically, if you didn't want to use these spots as embellishment areas. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to figure out photo placement and stuff. So let's get started. So it's 6 inches. It's gonna go there. Then we're gonna cut my spiders, and I have it on this side just so I can make sure that my spiders are gonna be going up and down. And this is going to be, first thing you would do if you are cutting a border is you are gonna punch your border twice, and you're gonna cut it, your border is gonna be about 1.5 inches. That's enough space for a border punch. Most border maker cartridges are about 1 inch, so you'll have plenty of extra space to cut the rest of the mats and the strip. So I'm gonna skip the border punch step, and I am moving on to cut 1.5 inch strips. So I'm gonna line that up. My cute little spiders. And I love how Creative Memories comes out with these laser borders. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I would need to save it. I need to save it. And so I'm really glad when I can use it and I say, wait a minute, why are you saving this? You don't need to save this. So next we're gonna cut at 6 inches. So this is what you have for 2 borders. You're gonna cut 2 borders or use laser borders. Then I'm gonna turn this and make a 6 by 4 inch mat. Then I'm gonna take this and make another 6 by 4 inch mat. And then this I'm gonna cut in half. Since this is 6 inches, I'm gonna cut it at 3 inches. And then now for the designer paper number 3, or you may use cardstock, we're gonna cut at 6.5 inches straight down. And if you're the type of person that likes your mats to be perfect for your photos, you can wait to cut some of these mats to make sure they work with your photos. Then you're gonna cut at 4.5. So this is gonna be perfect for a 6 by 4 photo. Then you're gonna cut another one at 4.5. And the trimmer has these great guides where you can cut it at 4.5 by 6.5. It's so nice. And then save this. This is great for using in the Cricut or another mat, especially a journal box. Now we're gonna cut 4.5 because we're making mats for 4 by 4 photos now. And then I'm gonna cut this by 4.5. And then another by 4.5. See how easy this is? This is such an easy layout, and it's so pretty. I love how the simplicity of it, but it's still very pretty. Now it's time to assemble. Put my trimmer off to the side. So I'm just gonna have my little stash of photo mats up here. Get my trusty tape runner. And I'm going to go ahead and put the spider web my spider on the side here. This goes down on the strip here. I'm having my spiders climb up. Move that up a little bit. I need to stand. Are some of you standers or sitters when you... I'm both. When I'm putting on a page, I usually have to stand. Sorry, get my arm in the way. This is why I love Repo, because there we go. Okay, then I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to do this one. want to see any of that yellow. Next, we're going to put that 6 by 12. And that's going to go right next to this. And I have another 6 by 12 over here. These colors are just so pretty. They're going to look great for the Halloween that I'm using this for. And I'm looking at the lines, and I wanted the line to go across, because if I do it like this, it's a little bit, it's off-centered, and then it's yellow and aqua. So if you have paper like that, just pay attention to that. If it bothers you, some people it doesn't bother. Then we are going to, let me get my trusty little mat here so I can put down our spider web. And I'm just going to put this kind of in the center. There we go, and then I'm going to do another one. It's coming together. But I loved these colors and how this layout, see how this one has the point going in the center, so I'm making it a mirror image by having that point go up to this center. Just things that I noticed about this border. This was a cute little collection. I love it. But my daughter was Nala one year, so I thought this color looked great with it. So next we have our, this is going to go here. This is going to go here. And then this is going to go here. And this is going to go here. I think that's right. Is that right? Yeah. And then this is going to go over here. Well, I may have to move that over a little bit. And then this is going to go here. Sorry, I did that wrong. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is really tight and I don't like how this is covering it, I am going to slide this over a little bit. And I think what I might actually do is tuck it under. And don't be afraid to do this. You could even cut these borders and cut it in half and use half on one side and half on the other. So you could easily do that. But because I have plenty of these borders of this collection, I'm not going to do that. But feel free to do that. There, so that gives me a little bit more room for this layout. Do you see how that worked out? So just that minor little thing of tucking a border underneath gives me more flexibility. So I like that. And then this is just gonna go, I'm gonna try and line it up so it's a nice, I always try to make a nice frame around the corner there. And then I'm going to take these like this. I'm actually going to move it down a little bit. I'm going to make a slight adjustment. Move this up so I have a little bit wider top and bottom, but this is all the same. And I still don't like that. So, isn't it funny when you put it down, you're like, oh, I don't like it. I think I'm either gonna go that way or I'm gonna bring it in the center. I may move it over to the center a little bit. And then I have to move this back over. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of repositionable tape. There we go. So there it's fine. Okay. Let's see if I do better on the second page. Oh, the joy. Okay. So we're going to do this. It's going to be in line at the top there. And then this is going to be in line here. Oh, see, I'm doing way better on the mirror page. Yay me! There, and then I love how this web over there turned out. I'm going to move this over just a little bit because I haven't moved this one enough, so I feel like I need to. And you can really put these wherever you like, but I'm just being a little tough today on myself. This is where you could put a 3x4 photo there, but you're going to put 2 4x4 photos, one here and one here. And then you're going to have a 3.5 by 5.5. And then you're going to have 2 6x4s. Now in my layout, I think my photos call for me to have this here, and it is a 3x4, so I could off-center it like this or like this, probably like that. So I still see a little bit of it. That does not bother me at all. But you could also just cover it up and take this mat off and use it somewhere else and put a photo there as well. Here I can leave this for journaling. Or a title can go here, but this is number 6 and it's super cute. Don't forget to keep track. Look at us. We're gonna color in 6. This pen doesn't work. Oh, here's a blue. So we're gonna color in blue. So number 6 is done. We are getting it done, y'all. So this is project recipe number 6. Again, thank you for following me and subscribing to me and building our community that we're doing. We are really, I love seeing your layouts. I get so many DMs after I post a layout, and I love seeing it. I love being a part of your family, of your scrapbooking community and everything. So let's keep it going, y'all. And I am actually going to do a new little mini series coming up in the next couple weeks. I am going away with my best friend, and we are going to go to the beach and we're going to scrapbook. It's one of our favorite things to do. So I am going to show you how I pack for that and what I'm going to take with me and what projects I'm going to work on, and then hopefully at the end when I return, I can say, look what I did. And, but I hope you will follow that series as well. So it's just going to be a mini one, just to, like, I'll break it up into a couple videos, but Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Happy scrapping! In all my excitement for my layout, I forgot to mention that my final layout will be posted on my Facebook page, Karen Cornell Scrapbooking. So please like and follow that page as well. And I hope you're having a great day. Happy scrapping!